Hello everyone. It's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day, but today is an especially beautiful day because today is my firstborn son 21st birthday. So he is official. He can be outside. Love it. But the other night, I had a young man approach me at the truck stop, fueling up at work, and he had his spray bottle and his cloth, and he was looking to, make a few extra dollars or whatever. And, I just made small talk with him, and it just goes to show that you really gotta have gratitude. You really have to be thankful for what it is that you have. I know we're in the holiday season, as they say, 'tis the season to be jolly. This is a time for giving, but really every minute that we're alive, is a time for giving. It's a time for being grateful. It's not just during the holidays, and so, as I was talking to this young man, I was scanning him, I was looking him up and down, I was looking at his shoes, his clothes and everything, and he seemed to be pretty smart. He was asking me about, the truck as he was, cleaning the windshield. He asked, did I work for a company or was it my own truck and things like that. He was very inquisitive. He was very energetic. It was in the evening. It was probably about, 8 o'clock at night or whatever. And so, I asked him, I was like, are you trying to get something to eat? And he said, no, I'm trying to get my hotel situation together. He was like, I don't mind working, but I don't have my license right now. And I didn't ask him why he didn't have his license. I'm not the type to get into people's business too much. I'm not that inquisitive. I try not to draw the line because you never know, what you're asking for when you get too deep into people's stories. And I could just tell that, I could have, but because he seemed pretty open. He was asking me a lot of questions, asking me how long I was, in my line of work or whatever. And I think he was telling me about his uncle. His uncle had some kind of mobile business or something like that. But, it really hit me because he just said he was trying to get his hotel situation together. There's a hotel, I think, next to the truck stop. And so I just took it as him just trying to get up enough money to get him a room for the night, and it was cold, it's about 30 degrees and everything. And here I am, I'm at work, he's hanging out at a truck stop to wash windows, clean off, the headlights and things like that, just to scrape up enough money to get them a room for the night to stay warm, And it's like, when I get off, I'm going home to a nice warm house. I have food in my refrigerator, I have clothes in the closet. When it comes to basic necessities, I don't need for anything, And I work very hard, and I've worked hard over the years to ensure that I have that security, that I have that stability. Life happens to us all. I've just been blessed enough to, I've never been in a situation to where I didn't have any place to go. I didn't have any place to sleep at night, And so when you look on social media, basically, social media, and you compare yourself. You see everybody's, posting the best. You see people on TikTok, and they got, their TikTok houses, and the houses just look so perfect, and, all of these things, the cars, the clothes, and it leads to, people to compete. It's a comparison thing. We get into this comparison game. We get into this thing where we start to look and feel down on ourselves because we don't have what we see people on social media have, and it's to the point where, you know, it's not even celebrities that have. It's, you know, the regular smugglers. It's the people that, you know, are, you know, basically unknown to people at large, you know, that have these things. Now we're privy to everyone's livelihood, and it can make us feel a certain way, you know. It really could. Some of us are stressing with this being a holiday season and maybe not being able to buy the gifts that we want to buy for our loved ones, you know, or whatever. And, you know, it may have us feeling some type of way, you know. But you really, for real, and you really just got to be grateful for what you have, because we've all seen people who are homeless or who are considered less fortunate. We see it, but I think we see it so much that we become desensitized to it, you know. It's just a part of life. It's just some people are up, some people are down for whatever reason, you know. And it is what it is, you know. And so it doesn't make us be any more grateful for what we have when we see someone that doesn't have what we have, you know. It's just like, hey, well, you know, whatever it is that they did to get themselves in that position, you know, that's on them, you know. But life happens to everyone. You don't know. I've been in situations, and this is probably why, one of the reasons why I'm not much of a complainer, because I've been in situations where my life has changed like that I never saw coming. You never see these things coming. You know, they happen unexpectedly. And, you know, if you don't have the support, if you don't have whatever that thing is within yourself to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, any one of us could be in that situation. Everyone doesn't recover from the things that life throws at you. You know, everyone they just don't. And they get into a sunken place and they stay there. You know, some people are able to crawl themselves out of it, find themselves at the bottom, and they're able to climb back up. And some people just are not, and they just give up, you know, because it's easier to just stay where they are than to do what's needed to do, or to pull out of them what it would take to get themselves back up, you know. So you just got to be grateful. If you can't get the gifts for, you know, your family, don't worry about it. You know, at least they have the basics. You're able to provide a home. You're able to provide food, clothes. That's good enough. You know, this society has made it to where it's just, you know, this is a capitalistic society. It's made us worship material things. Everything is just moving so fast. You know, as soon as one phone comes out, you know, the phone is outdated by the time it comes out. You know, you have the iPhone 15. They're already on the 17. They're already on the 18 or whatever. You know, stuff is outdated when it comes out. But the way, you know, they market, the way they package things, it just makes everyone feel like they gotta, you know, spin and keep up with stuff. And it can make the people who don't have the means feel bad, feel low, when really you're always blessed as long as you're waking up. I've had homeless people tell me that they were blessed. You know, I have had that. And it's like, man, this person has to go into a homeless shelter. They got to get to a homeless shelter at a certain time just to have a bed. This is a person that, you know, doesn't have, you know, what I have. But they're telling me that they're blessed. And I get it. because they're waking up every day to do it again. And that is a blessing. That's just not what society teaches us. Society doesn't teach us or encourage us to take the little things that we do have as blessings. That we should always have more and want more. And it's just a bottomless pit. You know, it's insatiable. We can never satisfy wanting all of these things. And that's why I try not to go down that rabbit hole, because I understand that it's never ending. You're going to always want more. The more you get, the more you want. The more you feed it, the hungrier it gets. And that's dangerous. And we're not grateful for the small things in life. You know, but that young man, you know, he just made me think of that. Like, I'm going home to a warm home, and here he is out here, and I respect that. He didn't want just a handout. He wasn't just begging. It was, you know, I'll clean your windows, I'll clean your headlights, and he did a darn good job, for real. I was like, man, you know. Did my side view mirrors. Oh, hold on, you know, I gotta get the mirrors. I had forgotten all about the side view mirrors. I was just thinking about the windshield, really. He was like, hold on, let me get the side mirrors, you know. And he did a great job, so I could tell that, you know, he took pride in his work, you know. And I hope that young man gets on his feet. I really do. You know, I gave him a few dollars, what I had, I gave it to him. And hopefully he was able to secure a room that night, you know. Do what you can for people if it's safe to do so. But yeah, we all gotta have a better sense of gratitude. There's always more to get. That's never ending. You gotta be grateful, because there's always someone who has less, and that's the thing. You know, there's always someone in this life that has more than you, but there is always someone who has less than you. There is someone who wishes they had what you had. Even if you feel like you don't have much, there's someone who doesn't have that wishes that they had that. You know, and if they only had that, they'd be gone, you know. So just keep that in mind. Continue to have gratitude. Be thankful for all the small little things in your life. All the small blessings. Because it doesn't have to be that way. And it can all change.